Hi guys, welcome back with EMPro 2023 complete lineup result. It was one of the best show in Europe, so let's dive into it. Jorge Zamorano Avila has taken last place in the contest. He's 212 division bodybuilder, and in EMPro show he brought very decent package. Amir Moragic had to settle for 9th place only, which is obviously a disappointing result for a very young and talented bodybuilder Amir. He took 3rd place in the Arnold Classic Brazil recently. I think this time he could not peak well, as one day before the show he was relatively in good conditioning.
How much did you weigh in today?
This morning?
This morning?
125.
125 kilos at 24 years of age.
And peeled to the bone. Sunday, but Sunday I will promise you it will be a very, very good package, and a little bit water, a little bit carbs in, so that I get drier, a little bit drier, and then I'm perfect.
Hopefully he performs better in his next competition, so wish him the best for his upcoming shows. Polish athlete Christian Wolski has arrived at 8th place. He was working with coach Maro Sassi, and it was by far his best package. I really admired his physique. He brought more conditioning, more definition. His squat sweep, his legs development is highly impressive. And in my honest opinion, Christian could be higher than just 8th place.
Now, it's another level.
Spanish upcoming bodybuilder John Pradels has made his pro debut in EMPro with 7th place, which I think it's a great result for him, as it was his first ever pro show. In the comparison with his last show, he has drastically improved his physique, especially in mass department, and you can see more details this time. But I think he's lacking in density and in muscle maturity, which he will earn with time. But I personally had Christian Wolski at higher spot than him. Peter Clencier brought a tremendous package. I think this is the best Peter we have seen by far. He was fuller, more conditioned, overall very impressive. He has high lats insertions and long torso, which really hampers him in back shots, but he has sheer amount of mass with class and aesthetic lines, so I hope he qualifies this year. I think he really deserves to be on Olympia stage. He has very appealing, very mesmerizing physique. Peter has taken 6th place in EMPro show. German sensation Roman Fritz has taken 5th place. It was his biggest and most improved version we have seen this time. He's weak in back shots, not so much details he has, but his hamstrings in back shots are incredibly impressive. He's dense and thick with top-notch conditioning, and it's a great achievement for Roman cracking top 5 in one of the biggest European show. He will be competing in Portugal Pro as well.
Next show is Portugal.
Spanish sensation, a very young, just 21 years old new IFBB pro, Jose Manuel Munoz, has managed to dethrone 6 contestants in EMPro show, which was his first pro show, and he arrived at 4th place. I think he's very impressive, especially in size department, as he's just 21 years old, and his conditioning was on point as well. He's very strong in back shots, he's dense, and his hamstrings development is just mind-blowing. So undeniably he has huge potential, and I'm really interested to see his improvements after a complete off-season. From Brazil, Wellington Fernando has taken again very respectful place. He finished at 3rd place behind Andrea Presti. He was fuller and slightly heavier this time with very exceptional conditioning. He brought very striated and shredded physique, and his classic lines really give him advantage over his fellow contestants. He's doing really well, but I think he needs more size in order to be undefeated on stage. Andrea Presti did not disappoint again. He brought more size, and his trademark conditioning was spot on. His leg seems to be improved significantly, but in my opinion his lower half is still his weak point from front. His one leg looks smaller than the other. I think he had an injury before, but from side and from back he's looking very complete this time. He's very wide from his upper half with relatively a small and well controlled waist. and his shape is very impressive as well. And I have to say his presentation was very artistic, just incredible. Michal Krizo has finally showcased a very shredded physique. He was criticized for not being in good conditioning, but this time he presented a super dry and a very peeled physique. Especially from back, the level of his conditioning can be seen how clearly visible his Christmas tree is this time. Obviously he has very small glutes but very shredded and well defined. I think he does not need to improve them conditioning wise, but definitely size wise. His midsection was certainly tighter and relatively smaller than his Olympia performance. In my opinion, his presentation was better this time, but he still needs to work on it to have better flow and have smooth transitions while posing. Michal Krizo with these improvements is going to be a force to be reckoned with on Olympia stage this year. Congratulations to him for winning and qualifying to the Mr. Olympia 2023. Thanks for watching.
Alright, please take the fifth place medal.
Number
Check
six.
of $1,000. Right, please take the fourth place medal. Check of $1,000. Right, please take the third place bronze medal. Check of $2,000. Right, please take the second place silver medal. Check of $3,000. Alright, please take the first place the gold medal. Check of $10,000. Mika!